protest. To train them is my cause. I will travel across the land, searching far and wide. Need Pokemon to understand the power that's inside.
Welcome to the Pokemon Game Show! Now, as you guys might assume, and you would assume correctly, this is a game show about Cardfight Vanguard. No, this is, of course, a game show about Pokemon. We've got 4 players over here who think they know enough to win the grand prize today. Well, two of you, I believe. Well, maybe one, but we'll find out. Free admission to next year's Tsubasacon is on the line. One of these 4 players will win that prize. We are going to introduce our 4 players here on Pokemon Game Show, starting with Luffy. Let's welcome Luffy to the game. And what do we need to know about you, sir? Tell us a little about yourself. Where are you from? What you do?
I'm from Cedar Grove. I'm from Cedar Grove. I work at a Walmart at night and don't work at Walmart at night.
I don't think they'd let you, even if it were between 2. But around Christmas, though, you do work all day and all night. So, well, best of luck to you, sir. Who's your favorite Pokemon?
It's hard to say. No. I guess I gotta go shopping.
Well, best of luck to you. And our second player is Mao. Let's welcome Mao to the show. And what do you know about Mao?
Hey, I'm 25 and I work at Penn Station and I live in Huntington.
And who's your favorite Pokemon?
I actually have 2.
Okay, well that's allowed.
Lugia and Espeon are my 2 favorites.
All right, well, there you are. I'm a big fan of all things Psychic, so Psychic is my favorite type. That might be on the test later. No, it won't be. Best of luck to you. Our third player gave me a name so long that it wouldn't even fit in the software, but let's welcome Daydreamer to Pokemon Game Show. Who has surprised me that among her friends and family in the audience, she is the weakest link when it comes to Pokemon knowledge, so, which is perfectly acceptable. It's the perfect reason you should come up here because you're not the best, but that's okay. You can become the very best like no one ever was. What do you know about you?
I'm 16, I go to Sissonville High School, and don't work or anything.
Students work. Students.
I play volleyball.
Oh, you play volleyball? Well, that's work. I've seen the anime. They work hard.
And my brother knows everything about Pokemon and I don't.
Who's your favorite Pokemon though?
I will have to say Pikachu and Squirtle.
Pikachu and Squirtle. All right, I saw a Voltorb walking around earlier. I told him, don't let anyone ever evolve you unless you want. There you are. Best of luck to you. And finally, we have TJ. Let's welcome TJ to the show. And what do you know about you, sir?
I'm TJ Ward. I'm from Hinton, West Virginia. I'm a 5th-year senior at Concord University, and my favorite Pokemon is Porygon.
Nice. Well done. Now, just the regular Porygon or the smooth? Okay, so not the smooth operators that came along a little bit later on. So, best of luck. Only one of these players will win today's grand prize, the free admission, and we'll have a chance to face our champion, who you guys will meet a little bit later on in the show. Our winner, who broke my game last year. We fixed it. So, fortunately, because here we go. Now, fingers on buzzers, players. Now, here's how it works. I have basic trivia that can be about anything at all related to Pokemon, the game, the show, anything at all, the fandom, anything. The second type of question, I have Pokedex entries. In round 1, they will only be Gen 1 Pokemon. I will give you a clue and a Dex entry. Buzz in, tell me which Pokemon we're looking for. Now, we're doing this in the afternoon, so you all should be nice and awake for the third question type. It's spelling. But you do not have to spell. What I'm going to do is, I am going to spell the name of a Pokemon backwards. When you know which Pokemon I'm looking for, you'll buzz in and you'll let me know. All right? So, that's how it works. Our first game today is called Voltorb Sweeper. I'll explain how that works. But first, we need someone in control of the game. Fingers on buzzers, players. And we start with a trivia question, and it reads as follows. This Steel and Psychic type Pokemon is one of the Pokemon you can have as a Pokeball-mon in Super Smash Bros. Brawl. Which Pokemon is it? Steel and Psychic. Ah, there we go, Luffy says.
Metagross?
Metagross is the right answer. Well done, you have control. All right. Here is how Voltorb Sweeper works. We have hidden 7 Voltorbs on this board, and much like the game Minesweeper, there are also numbers telling you how many Voltorbs touch that square. Now, it's a little simplified. It's only on the horizontal and the vertical that the numbers matter. So if you find a number, say that you find a number 1 here. That means that there's a Voltorb here, 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 or here, and only in one of those places. If you find a 2, that means there's 2 Voltorb. Find a 3, it means it's almost completely surrounded. And if you find a 4, you're in luck, but you're not going to find a 4. So, you will get Luffy up to 2 picks of the board, all right? If you find a Voltorb, you will score a point. If you find a number, you get 1 more chance to find a Voltorb. If you find a blank, that ends your turn, all right? 2 Voltorbs is what you need to move on to the next round. If you find a Voltorb, that ends the current turn and you're halfway to making it on, all right? So, pick a number and you're hoping for either a Voltorb or a number behind it. What are you going to start with? Use the microphone, please, so we've got it.
23.
23. All right, let us see what is there. Is it a Voltorb? No, it is a 1, which means that there's a Voltorb touching it, either 17, 22, 24, or 29.
17?
17. Is it there? No. All right. Remember where you saw both of those. We are now going to close those doors. All right. And we will move on. This is a Pokedex entry. Fingers on buzzers, players. Remember, Gen 1 Pokemon only. Here is the Dex entry. Buzz in when you can name this fire type. As a newborn, it can barely stand. However, through galloping, its leg and Mal says,
Ponyta.
Ponyta is the right answer. Well done. Now, you've seen some clues. Where would you like to make your first pick?
Number 9.
Number 9. Okay. 1. You get 1 more choice.
Number 10.
Number 10. Is that where the Voltorb is hiding? Nope, there's 2 there. We have more information now. Keep all of that in mind. This is our first spelling question. Remember, I'm spelling the name of a Pokemon backwards. Here we go. N-O-E-T. Mal.
Jolteon.
Correct. Yes. Well done. And good, this might wind up being your strong suit. Okay, you've seen more clues. Give us your first.
Number 8.
Number 8. 1 again.
Number 3.
Aha. Okay. Now that, remember, it's only on the horizontal or on the vertical, so that's not telling you anything about number 3, but I see the strategy that you're trying to do here. Is there a Voltorb behind number 3? I don't know how you did it, but you did it. All right. You're the first contestant, I think, who has just started hopping around the board and seeing if you can find things. But anyway, you are halfway into the next round. So, all right. We are now going to close and lock both of those doors. So remember what you see, because now it's gone. All right. Only 3 players make it to the next round, so keep that in mind. We move on to a trivia question. It reads as follows. This ground-type Pokemon has a name that sounds like the name of a character from Family Guy. What Pokemon is it? Here's another hint. It's ground and water type. What do you got, TJ?
Quagsire.
Giggity giggity. That is the right answer. All right, TJ, where are you going?
20.
Number 20. And incidentally, I now realize the strategy Mal was using on that. So She's a better Minesweeper player than I am. Number 20. Hey, look at that. Voltorb used Explosion. Your score was super effective on that. So, all right. We close and lock that Voltorb. And now you are halfway through the next round. We move on to a Pokedex entry this time. Remember, Gen 1 only in round 1. Here is the Dex entry for a grass type. It's 3 heads. Think independently. And now says, you are out for the rest of it. I will continue. However, they are friendly, and this time Luffy says, incorrect, you're out for the rest of it. And, however, they are friendly and never appear, TJ.
Executor.
Executor. Now, I caution you, because I noticed you were jamming on that buzzer, you actually locked yourself out because I hadn't reactivated them yet, so let me call it wrong, and then they'll reactivate buzzers on that. So there you go. TJ, find one more Voltorb and you are through the next round. Where are you going?
How about 28?
28. Please use your microphone if you don't mind. Let's see.
28.
What has behind 28? And there's a 1. One more pick for you.
27.
27. There's a blank. All right, so remember where you saw both of those. And we move on. We are on a spelling. Here we go. R, I, O, V, E. Now.
Gardevoir.
Well done. Yes, that's it. Where would you like to go?
22.
22. Blank. You lose your turn. And now, whoever buzzes in and gets the next one right is likely going to score a point. It's a trivia question. When Charmeleon evolves into Charizard, in addition to fire, it picks up a second Pokemon. Yes, Mal?
Line.
Is correct. Yes, the second Pokemon. Right. Go ahead and go through the next round when you call out. Or not.
15.
Okay. Blank. Move on. This is a Pokedex entry. Gen 1. Buzz in when you can name this fighting type. It hefts a Graveler repeatedly to strengthen its entire body. It uses every type of martial arts. Additional clues. This is a straight fighting type. It is the first Pokemon in its evolutionary chain. And TJ says?
Machop.
Machop is the right answer. All right, TJ, do you know it?
5.
2.
11.
Yep, there you go. Well done. TJ, you may now set your button down. You have gotten the requisite 2 Voltorbs off of the board. You are through the next round. Congratulations. Pay attention, players. I'm about to close and lock both of these doors. Remember what you saw and where you saw it, because here they go. All right, we move on. We are on a spelling question. Fingers on buzzers. O, I, R. Mal.
Dodrio.
Incorrect. You're out for the rest of it. I will start over. O, I, R, T, G, U. Luffy.
Doug Trio.
Doug Trio. That's the one we were after. Lots of different ones. Lucario would have been another one, possibly, with the starting bit of that. All right, Luffy, let's see if you were paying attention. Where is another Voltorb?
16.
16. Let's see what's there. No, a blank. All right. We move on. This is a trivia question. This Pokemon type is shared by every single Pokemon who can be resurrected from a fossil. What type? every fossil Pokemon? Yes, Luffy?
Ground.
Ground is incorrect. Mal or Daydreamer, got 17 more to choose, 18 more to choose. Mal?
Normal?
Nope. All right, Daydreamer, name any Pokemon type and hopefully you're correct. All right, well, audience is going to tell me.
Raw.
Because they're from fossils. So there you go. All right, we move on to a Pokedex entry. Buzz in when you can name this fire type. A Pokemon that has long been admired for its beauty. It runs agilely as if on wings. This is a straight fire Pokemon. It is the final Pokemon in its evolutionary chain. It is the legendary Pokemon. And audience is going to tell me it's Arcanine. Arcanine is the right answer. Arcanine. All right. Spelling time once again. Here we go. S-A-R-P-A-L. Now.
Lapras?
Lapras is what that's called. Where are you going?
28?
28. Mm-hmm.
29?
There we go. Yep. There you go. All right. 2 players have moved on. 2 players remain, which means we're now in a sudden death situation. We go into a final tie break. I'm going to give each of our 2 remaining players. This is starting to shape up similarly to how my Vancouver convention went, which means Daydreamer, the chances of you moving into the next round are actually pretty good. I'm going to give you the name of a Pokemon. You have to give me its national Pokedex number. Whoever is the closest is through to the next round. All right? So, here we go. The Pokemon I'm looking for is Leafeon. I need the national dex number for Leafeon. Whoever is closest will be through to the next round. All right. Daydreamer has given 27. Luffy gave 105. It's 470. Luffy, you are through to the next round. And Daydreamer makes a strategic exit. Thanks for being on the show. Round 2 coming up after this. Stay tuned. Welcome back to round 2 of Pokemon Game Show. Are we having fun so far? We're down to 3 players. Only one of them is going to face Pathos, our champion from last year. We're moving on into round number 2. This is the evolution match. I'll explain how it works once someone gets control of the game. We'll do that with a trivia question. So fingers on buzzers. Here we go. If your Pokemon has this type of status effect affecting it, you can use a cherry berry to cure it. Yes, Luffy?
Paralysis.
Is the right answer. Well, all right. Luffy, here's how the evolution match works. We now have pictures of all different kinds of Pokemon hiding behind the numbers. They all appear within an evolutionary chain. Every member of the chain touches, either on the horizontal or on the vertical. So, for example, if Charmander's behind 10, there is a Charmeleon or Charizard somewhere here. The third member also touches, either in a straight line or in an L shape. There are 2 chains and 3 chains. There are no Mega Evolutions on the board. There are no Eevee evolutions on the board because we're not going to be here all day. Luffy, you're going to pick a number, try to find all the Pokemon that appear within the chain. If you do, you capture all of them. The first 2 players to capture 6 Pokemon, or the ones who are closest to doing so, if we run into another sudden death situation, we'll move on to the next round. However, Luffy, I must also caution you, there is something else hiding on that board. If you find Team Rocket and you have captured any Pokemon at all, they will steal one. Which means we have a defense for you. Pikachu is also hiding somewhere on that board. This is our wonderful Pikachu again, crocheted by the Needle Gnomes. Wonderful folks based out of Philadelphia. They'll crochet anything you want them to. Oh, thank you. If you find Pikachu and then make a match somewhere along the lines, he will join you. Now, he doesn't count as one of your 6 because he won't stay in a Pokeball. But should you then happen across Team Rocket, he will protect you one time. So, there you are. See, Pikachu really is on the board now. This is a new thing. All right, Luffy, where do you want to begin? Into the microphone.
9.
9. All right, we have a Haunter. We need a Ghastly and a Gengar. Where would you like to go? Remember, they all touch.
3.
For 3. There's the Gengar. Ghastly is under one of 5 different possible locations. Find him and you get all 3. Where is Rick Ghastly?
Everybody gets 1.
15.
15. Yeah, there you go. Luffy, just like that, you are halfway into the next round. So there you go. We close and lock all of those. As we do that, as the game progresses, you'll see other patterns that make other ones obvious. But keep in mind, rocket squares can touch. So even though you have 2 left by themselves, that could be 2 rockets. It could be Pikachu in a rocket. Or it could be a 2-chain. So keep that in mind. We move on to a dex entry. Now this is round 2. Which means we add Gen 2 into the possibilities. So this will either be Gen 1 or Gen 2. So here we go. Buzz in when you can name this now fairy type. The shell seems to be filled with joy. It is said that it will share good luck when treated kindly. This is a straight fairy type. It is the first Pokemon in its evolutionary chain. It is the Spike Ball Pokemon. And Misty carried one around for quite a bit. There we go. TJ, what do you got?
Togepi.
Is the right answer. Good job. Where would you like to begin, sir?
12.
12. Raticate. We're looking for Rattata. You have 3 possible locations for him. I can assure you he is in the top 10% of all Rattata. Joey has not stopped bothering me to let me know that.
6.
Is Rattata behind number 6? Yep, there you go. You guys are doing really well so far. This could be a quick moving round 2, kind of like All-Star Blitz. We had a really long round 1, and then we just went straight through. All right. Now you need to get in on this and try to catch up here. We move on. This is a spelling question. Here we go. U-H-C-I-P. Luffy.
Pichu.
Of course it's Pichu. Yes, well done. All right, Luffy, find another 3-chain. You are through the next round.
29.
20?
29.
29. Okay, there we go. 29 now. So, for the first time ever in the history of Pokemon, you are looking for a Magikarp. 3 possible locations.
30.
Number 30. Yes! Luffy, you are 1 Pokemon away, which means even if you find a rocket, you're still 1 match away from going through the next round. We call that rocket insurance on this show. Trivia, sorry Pikachu, but you're also rocket insurance, so there we go. Nationwide is on your side. Here we go. Trivia question. Listen carefully. If you were to list all the Pokemon in alphabetical order, Abomasnow would be the first Pokemon in that list. Name the Pokemon that would be second in that list. Abomasnow is first. Alphabetically speaking, what is the next Pokemon after Abomasnow? Think of all the Pokemon that start with those letters. give you a little lift. What do you got, TJ?
Agron.
What'd you say?
Agron.
Agron? Incorrect. Luffy, Mal, I'll give you a few more seconds to do some mental stretching. Luffy.
Abra.
Abra's correct. Yes, well done. What's the third, audience? Absol is the third Pokemon alphabet. Luffy, make a match and you're through to the next round.
21.
21, you said?
Yes.
Okay. Why not, indeed? Find Wobbuffet, and you are through to the next round. There's 3 possible locations.
20.
Number 20. Does that put you through to the next round? Nope. Butterfree. Remember where you saw both of those. We move on. This is a Dex entry. Remember, Gen 1 or Gen 2. Buzz in when you can name this electric type. It plays with others by touching tails and setting off sparks. This appears to be a test of courage. This is a straight electric type. It is the first now in its evolutionary chain. TJ?
Pichu.
2 in a row with Pichu, yes. All right, TJ, where are you going?
21.
21. Go for Wobbuffet.
27.
Number 27, is that where Wobbuffet is? There you go. All right, TJ, you are now 1 match away from the next round. Incidentally, players, we have 2 minutes remaining in this round. So, Mal, this is your time. All right? Spelling question with 2 minutes left in the round. U, H, C, I, A. Mal.
Pikachu?
Incorrect. I start over. U, H, C, I, A. Luffy.
Raichu.
Yes, that is the correct answer. Where would you like to go?
19.
19. Oh! All right, so that cost you 1. Makes it very important with time running out in this round. That could put us into a tie break. Here we go. Trivia. Speaking of letters, in the English version of Pokemon, there are only 2 Pokemon whose name begins with the letter X. One is Xerneas. What's the other? Audience? Xatu. The right answer. We move on to a Dex entry. Gen 1 or Gen 2. Fingers on buzzers. When you can name this normal type. After heightening its will to fight by whipping itself with its 3 tails, now.
Taurus.
Taurus is correct. Well done. Where are you going now?
Hopefully not on a rocket space.
All right.
11.
11. Venusaur. Need Bulbasaur and Ivysaur quickly.
5.
Oh no! That sound means, unfortunately, Mal, time has run out for this round, and since you are in 3rd place, we have to say goodbye to you. Thank you so much for being on Pokemon Manager. We're halfway through Pokemon Game Show. How are we doing? We are down to Luffy and TJ. Only one of them is going to face Pathos, our champion from last year. But who do you have to face before you face the champion?
The Elite
You know how this game works. We are now in the Elite Four round. Our contestants will be battling the Elite Four, but I'll explain how after we figure out who gets the first go at it. It's a spelling question to begin. Fingers on buzzers. R-A-T-S-A-M-O. TJ.
Omastar.
Is the right answer. All right. That gives you, thank you. Pikachu, you can go away now. We won't be needing your services.
Pikachu doesn't want to be on the floor.
You can get your own, needlegnomes.com. All right, you have the first Elite Four battle, TJ. It is against Malva because we have updated this for X and Y. Malva has 2 Pokemon, Pyroar, Fire and Normal, Talonflame, Fire and Flying. Now on the board we have the names of moves. First you have to find a move that's super effective against Pyroar. Then you have to find a move that's super effective against Talonflame. In that order. If you can, you will defeat Malva. Whoever defeats the most trainers will win the game. You don't know anything about the board right now, TJ, so I give you the choice. Do you want to go first? Or do you want to have Luffy go first? You'll go back and forth until someone succeeds.
I'll go first.
You go first. All right. Pyroar.
15.
15. You miss. Luffy.
17.
17. You said? 17. You miss. TJ.
10.
Rollout. Super effective. Talonflame.
20.
Number 20. Thunder Punch. Super effective. You have defeated Malva. All right. You close and lock both of those doors. And now rollout's gone, which means we can't keep picking it over and over and over and over again. So, there we go. We move on. Trivia question for the second Elite Four battle. Fingers on buzzers. Despite their introduction in Pokemon Gold and Silver, it took until Pokemon Black and White for Pokemon to come out that were dual types of these types. What types were introduced in Pokemon Gold and Silver? TJ.
Steel and Dark.
Is the right answer, and until the Pawniard line of Pokemon came out, there were no Dark Steel Pokemon. TJ, the second Elite Four battle is against Seabold. Seabold has a Barbaracle, Water and Rock, and Gyarados, Water and Flying. Would you like to go first or second?
I'll go first.
First, Barbaracle.
7.
7. Dig, super effective. Gyarados.
14.
Rock Tomb, super effective. You have defeated Seabold. Pretty lucky with the numbers. We'll see what happens. Now, Luffy, here's the deal. One more, and TJ wins, and I don't get to see Drasna, my favorite. You must get the next 2 in order to force a fateful encounter to win the game. All right? We move on, and it's with a Dex entry. We are in round 3. We add Gen 3 to the mix. So this could be from any of the first 3 gens. Buzz in when you can name this psychic type. This Pokemon wanders across time. Grass and trees flourish in the forests in which it has appeared. Yes, TJ.
Celebi.
Is correct. Well done. You have the option against the third Elite Four member, Wickstrom. Wickstrom has Probopass, Steel and Rock, Aegislash, Steel and Ghost. First or second?
First.
Where would you like to go for Probopass?
1.
Number 1. Splash. Yeah. Luffy, your turn. Probopass.
29.
29. Bulldoze, super effective. Aegislash.
3.
Thunder, not super effective. We move back over to you, TJ. Probopass.
24.
24. Earthquake, super effective. Aegislash for the win.
19.
Power Gem, not super effective. Luffy. Probopass.
26.
Surf, super effective. Aegislash.
16.
Aqua Jet, not super effective. TJ.
30.
Thunderfang, not super effective against Probopass. Back to you, Luffy.
27.
Rock Throw, not super effective. Back to TJ.
26.
Surf, super effective for the win. Aegislash.
24.
You've won the game! I was a little worried there because we'd seen a couple of ground moves. But there you go, we finally put 2 and 2 together. Congratulations, TJ. You are the winner of the Pokemon Game Show. Luffy, did you have a good time? Maybe. Thank you so much for being on the show. Now, we have got to move right on. Can we have the champion from last year please make his way on to stage? Ladies and gentlemen, may I present the current champion of Tsubasacon Pokemon Game Show, ladies and gentlemen, Pathos. What I mean, just barely. Now, last year, Pathos broke my game with the strategy that he used, and he made me rethink how I do this board. He also broke this final round because you have given TJ a very difficult board to play with.
It took me a good long time.
So here we go. Pathos, you have selected 3 Pokemon that TJ will be facing, and there are their silhouettes. TJ, in the last round, you defeated 3 trainers with 3 theoretical Pokemon. They know every single move on the board, all right? Pathos has selected 3 Pokemon. You have to find moves that are super effective in order to one-hit KO them. There are moves that are not super effective. If you do that, you'll whittle away 1 HP of damage with each one you find. All of Pathos' Pokemon have 4 HP of damage. If you can defeat all 3 of his Pokemon, you'll become the champion next year, assuming I come back, which is a good assumption because I've already said yes.
Yeah!
Make your own trainer strike with your own Pokemon, and whoever faces you will try to defeat you. Now, here's the deal. There are also 7 KO squares. Those represent one of Pathos' Pokemon KOing one of yours. So that's it. Whoever gets their last Pokemon knocked out first is out. The other person is the champion, or remains the champion. It's Pathos. So here we go. Let us kick things up just one more notch. The first Pokemon is Greggo. Best of luck. Where would you like to begin?
10.
Number 10. Zap Cannon, not super effective, but it somehow does 1 HP of damage to Greggo. Continue.
15.
15. Dazzling Gleam. Oh, not super effective, 1 HP of damage. Continue.
8.
Number 8. Dragon Claw, not super effective. Avoid a KO and you will defeat Greggo.
2.
Number 2. Ice Beam will do the trick. You have defeated Greggo the hard way. No KOs yet. The second Pokemon that Pathos has chosen is Genesect. Best of luck.
21.
21. Giga Drain, not super effective, 1 HP of damage. Continue.
26.
26. Aerial Ace, not super effective, 1 HP of damage. Continue.
9.
Number 9. KO! You are down to your 2 Pokemon versus Pathos' 2 Pokemon. Continue.
4.
Number 4. KO! TJ, you are down to your last Pokemon. Good luck.
29.
29. KO! Oh, Jenna, you
Genesect sweet.
He did Wow. Okay, yeah, and even if you had gotten through, you already got rid of one of the moves that would have been super effective against the last Pokemon. Let me go ahead and show you the rest of the board and show you where you should have gone to find the fire moves that would have done the job. Right there, right here, with the Fire Fang and the Fire Blast down in the corner would have done it against Genesect. So, unfortunately, you are not the champion. Fortunately, you have won free admission to next year. So, you could try again. And ladies and gentlemen, once again, the champion for Tsubasacon Pokemon Game Show, Pathos! And there is the Mega Sableye that would have been the one who you would have faced afterwards. So, guys, thank you. I'll see you back at closing ceremonies. Remember, I do have a Patreon. Please subscribe. Greggo's Game Shows on Facebook or www.greggosgameshows.com. See you in an hour and a half. Stay tuned for Who's Line. I think we have to clear the room and then come back in because there may be a room out, maybe a line outside, but you all may already be in here. Anyway, bye for now.